And we're live. Welcome everyone to Blaugrana Planet. Welcome back to a new live stream, a special live stream, because today I wanted to make a special debate about a special league. The European Super League is rising at this point, and it seems like an unstoppable project because very big clubs are behind this league. But there are many questions to be answered. There are so many things that we need to cover, so many expectations and so many reactions that we're getting from people. But let's analyze this carefully. And for that, I brought you 5 special guests. Today, very special people, very knowledgeable about the world of football, which are going to give you an insight. We have people from all around the world, and that can give different insights and perspectives of the European Super League. So guys, it's my pleasure to introduce you to my guests today. So at first we have Mansur. He's a master's degree holder of sports business management, if I don't get it wrong, by the way. Mansur?
Yeah, you've got that right. Yeah, very nice to be here, Alex. Thanks for the opportunity to let me put my 2 cents into this topic. And yeah, I'm the only Arsenal fan here. Everybody else, I think, is Barcelona fans, but doesn't really matter at this point.
Perfect. We have also Pablo from Barça Universal. He's the head of Barça Universal of the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. That's maybe where you guys have seen me before, but yeah, I'm over here in the UK. Obviously, a massive Barcelona fan, and I'm looking forward to debating what's been probably one of the craziest 24 hours in football. Definitely recent history. Some of the stuff we're seeing, it's gone insane. So I'm looking forward to it.
Right, great, thank you. We also have Adrian from No Camp No and founder and president of the Peña Blaugrana of Lodz, Poland. Adrian?
Yes, that's exactly true. Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me. I'm Polish, but I live in Barcelona. I moved here since 2000. So.
Right. Thank you, Adrian. We also have Tyrell from the Interviews, tactical YouTube channel. Very interesting, actually. Thank you for joining us, Tyrell.
Thank you for having me. Most people on YouTube that have come across the channel think that I'm an Arsenal fan too, but I'm not. Crazy 24 hours. Love Barcelona, so I'm here with you guys. Not a fan, but enjoy the football, enjoy everything that goes on with the club. We'll into and hopefully find some common ground.
Cool. Thank you for joining us, Tyrell. And we also have, at last, but not the least, we have Hafed from the YouTube channel Barça Boy. Obviously, as the name says, Blaugrana supporter. Thank you for joining us, Hafed.
Thank you for having me. Up, Barça Boy, run a YouTube channel, daily Barcelona content. And obviously, I am a Barcelona fan. This has been probably, along with the Messi saga in the summer, one of the craziest 24 hours in football. And a lot of topics that have to be discussed for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So it's been a very hot few days, and I'm expecting a very hot month or a few weeks at least, because this European Super League is certainly not settled yet, but it's looking like has all the cards, at least in my opinion, to be maybe official. We have to see all the movements. There's a lot of things happening right now. As we speak, things are going on, meetings are happening, and people are throwing knives at each other. But so before I start, I know there is not a lot of information out there. We're all informing ourselves as much as we can so we can be knowledgeable about the situation and try to be in one side or the other. But as far as you guys know, what is your position? And I'd like the answer to be short, because we're going to have a lot of time to debate and discuss all the possibilities. So Mansur, if you want to start with your opinion?
I'll be as short as possible. I'm 100% against it. No leeway. I've kind of No, I can't say I've seen this coming. There were rumors circulating, certainly for some time. A few years ago, there has been rumors a year ago as well about this European Super League. Not that we knew the format or anything else, but we did definitely hear that this is something that might be happening in the future. But you're kind of hopeful that it's all rumors and it's never going to be allowed to happen by the authorities. It's never going to be allowed to happen by the men in football, by the fans, by the pundits, by the experts, and certainly by those who are in charge. So now that it has, it hasn't happened yet, but it's certainly, the press release is out there. Apparently the intent has been signed, so we've got a lot to discuss.
It seems like it's happening. So we have Mansur, who is against it. Pablo, do you want to give me your thoughts on this, your views in a short answer?
Yeah, I'm with Mansur on this one. I'm completely against the Super League. Obviously, we'll get onto loads of debates and all the ins and outs and the details later. But I think first and foremost, it could be the end of football as we love it if it goes ahead for a number of reasons. So I'm against the Super League. That's my stance on it.
All right, thank you for your answer. Adrian, do you want to give us your views, your thoughts?
Yeah, so my view is a bit the rest of the guys, I think, and I think there are some good things about the Super League, but at the same time there are some things that I totally don't like. Maybe we'll talk about it later. So for now, I'm in the middle, you could say. I was quite excited yesterday, actually, about this, but now I don't know. Hard.
All right. So you're basically undecided.
It's not a black white.
I think I'm going to be with you. I'm valuing it, but before I say anything, please, Tyrell, give me your views, your opinions on it.
I think I'm the vocal one here. I'm in the middle. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of, I can understand both sides and seeing the backlash behind it, but sometimes I feel like those that are solely against kind of have an agenda behind that. And I think it's bigger than football. And I think that's the big problem behind it. But I'm willing to hear both sides. And there are some points that I may agree with some folks, and there's some points that we may disagree. But that's why we're here, right?
Right, indeed. And at last, Hafed from Barca Boy, what do you think? What are your initial thoughts about the Super League?
I think I have to agree with Adrian and interviews. I am in the middle right now. 40 hours ago, I was 100% against it. But now with all the information coming out, you have, UEFA saying they're going to do a league system as well. Either way, the Champions League is changing right now. I don't agree with the fact that, all the big clubs are going in one league and they can't be promoted or demoted, all that sort of stuff. We'll get into the details. But right now, overall, I'm in the middle, but leaning towards the no side.
All right. So we have 3 undecided, 4, including myself. We have 2 that are extremely on the no, at least for now. Barca Boy, actually, we could say in the middle. And I think it's going to be exciting. At the end of the day, at last, I'm going to give you my thoughts. Again, I think I need more information. I need to nurture myself. I think it's a bit too early to jump in one side. It seems exciting because to me, UEFA has never been. I never really liked UEFA because it's a private company at the end of the days. So they are keeping all the money in some way, and everything is about the money. I understand the fan side and the passion and all of that, but football, like it or not, is a business. No, it's a business. You might all agree. You guys can interrupt me. I think we can start discussing our initial thoughts here. I think football is a business. No,
I just want to make it clear that there is no. People sometimes think that these days that if you're against the European Super League, you're on the side of the UEFA. So it's almost like you're choosing. It's a war, and you're choosing between 2 sides. Certainly not the position, not my position. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm against the Super League. I know UEFA are very, it's an organization that certainly has raised questions in the past couple of years, over a lot of years, really, with some of their decision, with the way they handle problems, with the way, with some of the reforms they make. But essentially, in this particular situation, I cannot support an idea whereby the very principle of football has been, in my opinion, tackled. And, in every league, not just the English Premier League, in the Spanish league, you cannot have, in my opinion, an entity, almost a franchise within an industry that's existed and been built for many, many years. You cannot have a coalition of teams building basically a league of their own. And, when I heard there is no relegation or promotion, when there is no kind of deserved or merit left in the sport.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I see your point. I think we're in an initial phase. That's what I assume. I think we're in an early stage. Things are happening. I don't think this is going to be the final version. I agree with you. Having no relegation, to me, makes no sense. And I think the whole debate is around this, right? No relegation, and there's the founding members who are stuck in this league, and they're going to play each other no matter what. But what's going to happen, for example, if Barcelona or Real Madrid end in the last position of this league? And against
they stay.
Nothing is going to happen.
That's the issue.
Okay,
They'll take their paycheck and go home.
But I think to be honest, I think that's the biggest thing that kind of shifts the position. It's the promotion and the relegation thing. Because besides that, I have to ask people, like, what is it that you're against and what really changes?
Well, what we like now is you can get into the biggest club competition in the world, the Champions League, off merit. For example, in the Premier League now, if Leicester City finish third, which they could, they're going to be in the Champions League next season. If Arsenal finish ninth, they're not going to be in the Champions League. Now what we've got with the Super League is Arsenal finishing ninth, Leicester finishing third, and Arsenal are in the best competition in the world. So we're not giving it on merit. We're just throwing teams in and saying,
yeah, I think that's where he goes back to like the initial phase, because they still have the 5 teams that are entering. And the thing about it is that there could be evolution to it. Like everything we're kind of hearing is like just on the board.
Football's always subject to change, right? So
there could be, but either way, whatever happens, the 12 we've named are going to be there, whatever. So if Barcelona, if Barcelona finish 17th in La Liga next season, we're in the Super League. If Real Madrid finish 20th, they're in the Super League. If Arsenal finish 8th, Chelsea anywhere, they're in the Super League. It takes out the competitive aspect out of the sport, essentially.
It should not be called the Super League. It should be called the Rich Boys League. That's what it is.
The issue,
that is all it is. It's the Rich Boys League.
It does suck the competitiveness out of the sport. Sorry.
100%. How is Arsenal in there? I'm an Arsenal fan.
Exactly, as an Arsenal fan,
How are we in there?
And then you will like 1 hour after you got announced.
Money, because you're a massive club. You're a massive club with an awful owner.
So what they've taken the last 20 to 25 years. They've basically taken the clubs that are the most watched clubs, the one that bring most of pay-per-views, if you were like the views around the world, and that's what they put in there. Not on merit, not on anything, just clubs that attract audience, and that's what they're going to do.
I think that's what's unfair about it, right? There are teams that are doubtful. Arsenal, Tottenham, maybe. I think teams like Milan as well. No, Milan was a team Milan, a great team back in the day, maybe 15 years ago. But as of today, I don't see Milan in this in the Super League. So I think, coming back to my initial thought, I think there's going to be a remodelation of this system. I think the best have to be there, right? I mean, I think it's all going to fall into like the Champions League kind of system, not the same, because at the end of the day, who is controlling the Champions League? UEFA. And UEFA are keeping all the money that all these teams are creating, right? So now what basically everything is all about is that all these teams want to cut the middleman out, UEFA out, because they have nothing to do there. They have nothing to do. And let me say you one thing, is that Florentino Perez, to me, is like, I put my hands in my head, right? It's like the enemy, right? But I listened to Florentino Perez. Yesterday, he was in a Spanish TV show.
Oh my God.
He explained everything he had to say about the Super League.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I agreed with him. And I'm a Barcelona fan, and Florentino, you can imagine. But I agreed with
That's
Florentino.
where my opinion switched too, because he spoke absolute facts, saying that like when there's a Champions League final, all the tickets in the stadium, UEFA get 50% of it for all their friends, their politicians, and only 50% goes to the fans. If you win the Champions League, you only get 100 million. If you win the Super League, you get 500 or 400, whatever is being rumored. It's just, from a Barcelona fan standpoint, I can see why Laporta accepted it, because we're in 1.1 million debt. You get 400 million just for entering. So let's say this all capitulates in 2 years, you're up 800 million. So the whole situation is ridiculous. The thing that I hate about the most is the lack of competitiveness. Only 15 teams. You're gonna play each team like 3 or 4 times. Barcelona versus Real Madrid is gonna get boring. Barcelona versus Liverpool is gonna get boring. All 5th time this season. What you do, plus the playoffs as well. The 8th place could actually win the thing. It's basically an NBA 2.0. If you're from the northern side of the world, it's basically NBA 2.0.
Yeah, I think I have to disagree. Go for it, Adrian.
Yeah, so there's one huge difference between the NBA and this so-called Super League, is that the clubs in the NBA, they choose their own commissioner, right? So it's a person that all franchises decide on, and he's not a part of any of the franchises. And now you have Florentino Perez running the show, and this is except for the lack of competitiveness, which I'm not going to repeat because I agree with all of you guys. This is my second biggest issue with this thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Perez said that he could give the chair to Laporta, and it's not really that important. We'll see if this is true.
It was his idea, right? So that's why he's the chairman right now. Well, obviously, he can step down someone. Glazer could take over. Henry could take over.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his idea entirely, though. Yeah, I think it could be a person from outside. But no, better a person from inside. Otherwise, we're going to lose control. And it's all about control here. I think, look, Florentino Perez, more than an advantage, it's a problem to be the president of the Super League. Because there are chairmen, there are vice presidents, right? They're all going to take the decision together. It's not Florentino Perez who's going to take all the decisions himself. That's not going to happen.
But they're all going to agree with him, surely, though.
You think?
You know what? Florentino Perez is a great guy, man. He knows how to manage, certainly. He knows how to manage.
We can exclude... a great guy, Alex.
No, wait. No, I mean, a great guy as a great businessman, great businessman.
100%.
A great businessman. He's an extraordinary businessman. He does everything in favor of his club, obviously, as Laporta would do. Laporta is my hero. Okay, we can highlight that instead of what I said a second ago. But I said it, and I think it's true. Anyways, Tyrell, I think you were gonna say something.
Oh no, I wanted you to delve into the lack of competitiveness, and I see the NBA and the Super League comparison. But even when you look at it, like, the thing about it is that fans are complaining, and I could get why fans are upset about that. But like, are you really upset? Because at the end of the day, when, let's say, Barcelona and Juve play in a group stage game, you're still going to watch. If they meet in the knockout round, you're still going to watch. You're not going to watch if Barcelona plays Juve?
Maybe after a couple of years.
No. I'm 100% serious on this. If this goes through, I'm not watching 1 second of this Super League.
You boycotting it, yeah?
So what are you going to watch?
100%. 100%. I'm switching sport. I'll watch the UFC instead.
I don't know about that, man. But like, that, it's kind of the thing. Is that everyone's all up in rage, and it's like they're not going to watch. It's going to get boring. But is it really going to get boring? Because year in and year out, Barcelona may not play Juve. Barcelona may play PSG. How many times have we seen that?
I agree. It'll get boring to an extent, because once you hit year 3, year 4, and you're playing Juventus for at least 3 times each year, the 15th time in 4 years, it's going to get boring.
Why do we love football?
I think it's almost. I think it's almost less about the boring thing. It's more for me. It's more about like being fair. For example, like for me, what I love is like if Leicester, like I said, if Leicester deserve to be, or West Ham deserve to be in the Champions League, then they get into the Champions League. Now they can't do it. I kind of agree with you. I don't think it'll be that boring if you think about what we're playing. Well, we're going to have Real Madrid, Barca, Man United, Chelsea, all these crazy games midweek. I don't really disagree with that. And can I just say, I will be watching. I disagree with it, but I'm not going to lie and say I will be. I will be watching because I watch every Barcelona, every Chelsea game, so I'm going to be watching.
I can't sit at home knowing Messi's playing and not watch.
I will be watching, but I still think, like I said, I still think there's so much wrong with this.
And you're still getting Barcelona against Granada or Valladolid or
that brings up another good point too.
I hope so.
That's
I don't think you are. I think you think you're getting it, but you know, UEFA have a very, very strong stance on this. You know, I've criticized the big UEFA.
That's my one worrying thing. If we just get kicked, if it's just for like Barcelona, just your Super League, I'm 100% against it. But if we're still in La Liga, still in Copa, Spanish Super Cup, and this is basically just replacing the Champions League, I mean, it is what it is. I can't really fix it. But if it's just Super League and that's it, this could honestly.
If the owners and the UEFA come to some sort of agreement and they change the format, I can disagree with the format. I like the format the way it is now.
Same.
But you know, if they make the agreement and the format changes, I'm not going to stop watching football because of that. Because the format of Champions League has changed previously. We used to have two group stages.
They're going to this league form.
Yeah, they wanted to change it. When I first started watching it, it was group stage, then it was group stage, then it was knockout. Now it's just like one group stage, straight knockout. I don't mind that. What I do mind is I have so many problems with this. First of all, the competition is probably not the biggest problem with it.
Okay,
I don't like.
Continue.
The competition is probably not even my biggest issue with it. The product will undervalue. It will devalue. It will diminish. The value of the product will diminish. Why do we love football in the first place? We don't get these games every week. We get. Why do we call, in England, for instance, the English Premier League the Super Sunday? Because we've got Liverpool playing Man City, for instance, or we got El Clasico, Real Madrid against Barcelona, or Atletico Madrid against Barcelona. We get these big games like Juventus Milan. Why do we love them? Because we don't get them all the time. When we do get them, we appreciate them. The appreciation level is going to diminish 100%.
When it's every day.
You will get tired of this. You will get tired of this.
It's not going to be every day. I disagree, and I agree with Tyrell. I think
it's not going to be every day. Wait, can I just say, they're going to have to fit it into the calendar, though, Alex. So we're going to have La Liga, 38-game season. In England, we've got the Carabao Cup. We got the Carabao Cup. We got the.
Players are going to die as well. By the way, they're going to be playing 70 games a season.
That's what I mean.
So
it is going to be.
Cancelo and Walker right back. It's going to be ridiculous.
Can I just ask as well? Real Madrid and Barcelona will play each other in the European Super League and in the Spanish League.
Yeah.
And the Copa as well.
And then maybe the Copa. And then the Super Copa.
And then the Super Copa.
Exactly.
We're going to get like 10 El Clásicos next season.
Exactly. And you're right. That is going to be ridiculous. That's going to be
how
boring.
the value underappreciated.
I'm doing my 10th match preview. Like, you guys already know the drill. Let's just, 2-0 prediction, move on.
Yeah, we won that one. We lost that one. We drew that one. We won that one. We're going to lose this one. We lost that one.
At the end of the day, right? The biggest news over this past 40 hours for me has been that UEFA is going to change no matter what. They're going to go into this league system similar to the NBA. Top 8 will go into the round 16. So either way, we're getting change. The problem for me is I don't want all the big teams going in one spot and then having 4 big teams dropping in and out the whole time. It's going to get competitive. It's the competition. And then when you look at La Liga now, personally, I've been in La Liga for almost 100 years. They're going to be rotating against Getafe midweek. They're going to be playing, the Super League midweek, playing Messi there. They'll rest Messi against Getafe. And let's watch. Then there's going to be less viewers for La Liga. They're like, they got midweek Super Cup. Messi ain't playing. De Jong ain't playing.
Yep.
So
my only counter to that lack of competitiveness is that let's say this thing doesn't go through and they have the Champions League, you're still going to get the 10 games that they were going to play in the Super League in the Champions League. So someone's getting rested at some point. Like, games aren't being subtracted if they don't play in the Super League because they're still going to have to play it in the Champions League. So at some point
that's where it gets interesting. Not
so much though, because usually Barcelona would be playing Slavia Prague or Porto or someone in their group stage. Now, Shakhtar, anyone, Victoria Pilsen, whoever. Now Barcelona aren't going to be playing that sort of team. We're going to be playing an elite team.
I was listening
every single week.
I was listening to Sky today, because since the announcement has been made, I've been on news 24/7 almost.
Yeah, it's crazy. Isn't it?
I apparently, I don't know if it's just the Sky trying to buy, get the fans on their side as well, but apparently they've spoken to one of the not one of the owners, but somebody on the board of one of these clubs that joined the Super League. That obviously the person remained anonymous, but he said to them openly, because probably they knew they were going to remain anonymous. They've said everything they thought. First of all, they are planning to rest players for the domestic league games. So the priority will be the Super League. Then they will be resting their best squads for the domestic leagues, because that comes second. Second of all, he openly said, our first priority is the revenue and the money. The fans, we can speculate, but when the person says it openly, the fans come second. The spectacle comes second, and the whole football purpose comes second. What comes first is us making the money that we've been losing over the pandemic first, and essentially the profit and the revenue that's going to come with it, which is 3 or 4 times higher than the money that they're getting now. So
if they want to do just like a few years just to recover the loss from the pandemic, I wouldn't mind it. But this, they signed a 23-year deal.
Yeah.
Like all the 12 clubs have agreed the next 20 years they're going to do this 100%. They're hearing some rumors like, some English club is in doubt or something like that they want to pull out. As soon as one team pulls out, they're all kind of choke and pull out. But it's all about money. If this was not about money, Barcelona would not be in it. I promise you that. The would not accept it.
And that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. When you look at the purpose, the purpose is not us sitting here. The purpose is not the
too
fans.
Much.
It's never been about us. If you really take it out of the block,
exactly.
On both sides, from UEFA's side, even if they scrap the ESL, it's still about
UEFA and FIFA are not.
But it has been.
As well.
It has been about us. It has been about, we bring the gate revenue, so we do help the clubs that we go and watch. I'm not really in a position to speak. I've been to many games, but there's fans who go all the time. They buy season tickets. That's about fans. They bring the gate revenue, so it is about fans. What I think has happened is that COVID helped them realize they don't need that gate revenue to be successful. No. So that's what's happening at the moment. They've seen that, and that's why this has developed.
All right, let me give my insights here. I think the football market has been growing at the speed that is incredible, right? Probably since Papa Perez, Florentino Perez. People here in the comments are already saying that I'm for Papa Perez, whatever. I was joking.
Well, they're commenting on it.
Since Florentino Perez made the Cristiano Ronaldo signing, okay? I think that's the explosion of the football market, right? Back in the day, maybe 20, 30 million was expensive, right? The expensive player you buy for 30 million at most. Yeah. And suddenly, boom, you get Cristiano Ronaldo for 90 or 100 million. I can't even remember the number, but it was something around there, right? Since that moment, the football market has boom, increased. And they have increased revenues through a lot of ways, right? And they have been trying to get that pace, to get that pace, right? If they were missing out, then they would be losing the race. Now it's all about the race. The money it has become very important. The fan is also important, and I think that in a digital world,
third place.
In a digital world, and now especially with the pandemic, right? Where are the fans? Maybe with the European Super League, a lot of people would have been whistling in the game, right? So there would have been protests as well. With the pandemic, everything is shut, and people are not protesting enough. But that depends, because I think that at this point, people are protesting, but they don't have information. They don't know what they're protesting about. Really, they're protesting without knowledge about what they're actually protesting. So, therefore, I think we're gonna see more explanations of people. Of presidents of teams who are involved in the Super League. Laporta will come out. Florentino Perez has come out. I think Barca Boy said it because it was his idea. I think it wasn't really his idea. I think he was the one pushing it forward now.
Yeah, he was the one. He was the one who got it done.
I think he did initiate. Exactly. I think he was the one who went to Manchester United and then said, "Hey, let's do a Super League."
He was the one pushing it. He was the one actually getting the idea and getting it done.
2009.
The other day, I saw a video of Laporta in 2004 when he just won the elections, the first elections of Football Club Barcelona, and he was talking about the same thing in 2004 about creating a Super League and getting rid of UEFA, and the presidents there who he was talking to were saying, yeah, it's a good idea, but the difficult thing is making it happen. And now we have Florentino Perez, who took the lead, got big teams, and made it happen. And I think that there's gonna be a restructuring, and at the end of the day, the fans are gonna feel involved into it. But at this point, we need to wait a few years for this to develop properly, and for the teams to adapt to this new system, to manage properly, because it's not gonna be easy, I guess. They have great managers. Teams have 1 billion euro valuations. They're gonna be able to hire good managers, good people that can create the proper league and make it nice, and they're going to increase their revenues, and they're going to get back in the race, because now with the pandemic, they're literally in a really bad situation, all these clubs, not only the big ones, also the small ones. And here's the controversy, right? The small ones, what happened with the small ones? We're not going to let them in the Super League. Well, apparently there's 5 teams that can go in the Super League, right? And
whoa.
It's gonna sound like I'm so into the Super League, but I'm not. I'm looking at both sides, right? I think Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, a lot of people have been attacking the Super League. They have been attacking, but they don't know anything. Let's debate. See, I think this debate is perfect, so people can see different perspectives and get make up their minds about the Super League.
I'll tell you one
thing.
thing.
I think what you said, I think what you said is really important, because the format of Super League, we don't know it now. I mean, we have some. I don't believe that if Tottenham goes like at the last place every season, they're gonna last there. Florentino will be the first one to kick them out. So I'm not sure that we should.
They're under contract.
They're under contract, 23 years. They can't leave. If they finish last every single season, finish only with 1 point, no goal scored, they're still in it.
Yep.
Not to mention their friends. Not to mention their friends.
That's a flop. That's a big flop, and I'm sure they're gonna correct it.
I don't know if they're harder.
We don't know about the Super League, but we do know what's going to happen with the Champions League. And what I think is that UEFA would do the Super League because it's going there anyway. They are just pissed off because now the clubs are going to do it themselves without them, because obviously they don't need them. So this is the issue. What I hate about this whole debate is that people act like this is the money versus idealism or principles issue. It's not. It's money versus money, and who gets it and who doesn't. This is my view. And speaking of the format of the Champions League, they actually changed the format. I mean, they will do it from 2024, right? And what's the change? Well, we're gonna have more matches, like 100 more games altogether. So we're gonna play more, and this is actually what's diminishing the product and undervaluing more bad games. What I like to see are good last, but important in Champions League. Obviously, we were.
Wait. Say that again, Adrian. We had a little. We lost connection there for a second.
Yeah. Sorry. Barca on average plays from the top games that we like to see 2 or 3, maybe 4 games per season in the Champions League. If you count it as a fan that wants to go to the Camp Nou, for example, if you add the second leg, well, it's double. So, but it's still like 6-8 games per year. It's not enough. I like to see more. And obviously, Barcelona wasn't that good, but at the same time, in 18-19 season, we got to the semifinal, right? So we had a lot of good games that year, but it was still only Tottenham, Inter, United, and Liverpool. That's it. That's not enough for me. I want to see more.
I agree that there should be more big games, but not every single week. That's my problem. You want to have maybe 2, have it, consistently where you could still be entertained, but every single week, it's not going to last. Like if you want to have Real Madrid, Getafe, Bayern Munich, Levante like that, maybe that could be worked out. But just every single week, Real Madrid, Liverpool, don't count Arsenal, United, City, all that sort of stuff. The competition is gonna lack, and then players are gonna get bored of playing the same team over and over again. And that's the big problem that I think all the football fans are seeing right now.
That's why it shouldn't happen. Probably that's why.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it is principle of football against money. We're not talking about UEFA against the European Super League because that's where it's money against money. But if you count us fans overall, and I have seen the reaction to this, and overall, and it's much more balanced in this chat than overall, because overall I think everywhere I've seen the fans are against it. If you count the fans, the pundits, the ex-players, the current players, actually some of them had a voice to say, it is principle against football because they don't want the format that has been built for 70 odd years to be changing. And also, let's think about the football pyramid. The football pyramid, especially, not even like in the English Premier League, that's gonna be very badly affected as well. Essentially, we're gonna have two championships. We got the second division in the English Premier League is called the Championship. It's gonna be like two championships now, and I think football is gonna be back on public TV, as a matter of fact. So. Now, they've kind of, they don't care that they're going to be kicked out of the domestic league. They definitely don't care about that. No, I don't think
they're not. That's impossible because both parties are going to lose, the league and the team.
Yeah.
But actually, let me say one thing. Let me interrupt here the debate for 1 second, guys. We are 435 people watching right now. Remember to smash the like button, guys. Important to smash the like button and get the algorithm going, so we get the maximum views from the people. I think we're having a great debate, and is really nice. But so I get back to the debate right now with Barca Boy, because I want to reply to one of your things. You said that a lot of big games is going to be boring, but I get the fact that Adrian said it's what do you prefer now with the new Champions League system? It's going to be more games, but they're going to be less quality games. So you're going to have less quality games, right?
I understand both your points, right? I think there should be more big games. Like for Barcelona, right? You have Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid twice, Sevilla, and then whatever there is in the Champions League, essentially. I do think there should be more big games, but every single week, I don't know, but my heart couldn't handle that, facing Real Madrid, Liverpool every single week.
And also it's disrespectful to the smaller teams. Some of the hardest games Barcelona have had this season have been against Cadiz. So it's just disrespectful.
One point.
What is a low quality game? Can I just ask?
Exactly, yeah. It's so disrespectful. Teams like Cadiz, whose whole squad is worth less than one of our fullbacks, and we're saying, oh, that's boring. Are you kidding me?
Didn't Getafe beat Barcelona this year at home and draw against Real Madrid just recently?
And against Atletico, and against Atletico with 10 men.
Exactly.
Yeah. You guys, no. In fact, you guys are right.
We're killing the game if we do this.
I don't think I agree with you. I think low quality game is not the word, but what I wanted
smaller
to
teams.
Smaller teams that create less expectation, right? At the end of the day,
that's
as
what
I
it's
said,
all about, though.
Yeah, but that's gonna still be there, right?
It's still good. The league
But
Getafe is not gonna play the Champions League anytime soon.
No.
Right?
Can I just say?
They almost did a few years ago.
No, the Premier League doesn't matter anymore. You look at the Premier League now. If the Super League's next season, Chelsea's game tonight against Brighton doesn't mean a single thing. If the Super League goes ahead,
Nothing.
Chelsea no longer need to get top four. That is awful. That is out of order if Chelsea are playing a crucial champion. What was meant to be a week ago, I was thinking we have to win this game. We have to win this match. Now, I don't know. I've got no idea. Same with Liverpool yesterday. What is going on? So if you're not winning the Premier League, and if you're not getting relegated from the Premier League, you have 20, 25 games a season of games that actually mean nothing because we already know who's going to the Super League, don't we?
Completely agree with Pablo there.
Alex,
now makes the league it's either championship or bust.
Yeah. So we've broken league football. If that's what we've done, we've made league football irrelevant.
Now won't be playing Messi when they need to get top four. They'll play Messi when they win the championship. Championship or bust now these leagues for the top teams anyways.
I disagree with you because La Liga is as important as the European Super League.
Yes,
Or-
if you win it.
To you.
Yes,
To
yes,
you.
if you win it. If you
To
win
you.
it.
If you win it, if you win it. For
If you
example,
win
if look at the Premier League now, you know how Man City have already won it?
Yeah.
That means for the other 19 teams, there is nothing to play for.
But it's
We
only
have
For
nothing.
relegation, maybe. But
And
that's it.
yeah, relegation, sure, but so that's why maybe 16 teams. You know how
Yeah.
usually there'd be Chelsea on their knees for Champions League, Leicester, West Ham, Man United,
Wolves
Liverpool,
fighting for Europa.
Everton, Tottenham, Arsenal desperate to get Europa League. All of that done. We've killed the competitiveness
10
of it.
teams.
No,
10 teams out of 20.
because 5 would get an invitation, and that's
Exactly.
the first
Though.
season. That's the first draft. That's the first draft. 5 would get an invitation. Hopefully, it changes, and there is more people getting invited, and that's what I think. And they shouldn't be picking the teams that are going to be invited. I think there should be a system similar to what we have now.
Either way, it's going to be a
Maybe they
harsh
could have it
system,
like
though.
the best team under the top 6 get in, maybe something like that. Even La Liga, the
Obviously,
best team out of FPL stuff get in.
They're going to try and do that, but that's just harsh, isn't it? Because, for example,
Yeah.
what they do
One
in next Super League is say, right, we've already got Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea all in. Leicester, who probably will finish above all 3 of those teams, they're going to be the ones who have to say, yeah, all right, we'll invite you in. We'll invite you in. You've done just enough to get in. They've done more than enough to get in. They've done more than any of the teams. It's just disrespectful, to be honest. Like picking and choosing the rich teams and then just drafting in one team from the Premier League, Ajax, Roma, whoever finishes highest in the Serie A, who isn't already in the 12
Ajax
teams.
are better than half the club in the Super League too, by the way.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're going to take these games, the Super League games, they're going to bring them to Toronto. They're going to bring them to United States.
I'm down.
New York. They're going to bring them to Marrakesh. They're going to bring them all over the world, to Australia, and they're going to sell out. They're going to sell out every time because all the time you get a new fan base.
The travel.
Okay.
The
travel
players
is
are going to get
But
burned.
that's what La Liga is
Way
doing
more
right now
injuries,
already.
season-ending injuries.
It's not an
Squads are
argument.
going to get bigger. Everyone's going to have the same
Of
squad.
Of course, it's an argument. Of course, it's an argument because essentially, even geographically, you're killing the teams. You're killing the teams. Manchester United
but
is
La
not
Liga
Manchester
wanted-
anymore.
Can I?
Yeah, but La
Alex,
Liga wanted to do the game in the States, in the Girona with someone, I don't remember.
Yeah, one game.
It didn't go
With
through.
Barcelona,
But they
yeah,
wanted
no,
And
to
can
no,
I
do
just
it.
say, and
Frank Adrian, he's right.
I already disagree with
Yeah.
that. That's wrong though. The Spanish Super Cup in
course it's
Saudi
wrong.
Arabia. That's awful. No one here
Yeah,
agrees
playing
with that.
Super
By the
Cup in
way,
Morocco as well.
Yeah.
exactly.
But they
It's
do
dead
it.
on.
5 million as
Awful.
well. It's not even a big deal.
Ridiculous.
So how not?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think you were against it
How
as
do you
well.
know
I
that
think
it's not
Right.
gonna?
No,
Yeah.
but what Adrian is saying is right. La Liga, Javier Tebas,
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
who is
exactly.
against the
He's-
Super League,
He's now crying.
He-
Yes.
he's not crying, but he was trying to make us play in Miami, a La Liga game played in Miami, a La Liga game, not a Champions League or a European Super Cup. No. La Liga game, Barça versus Girona. That's both teams are from Catalonia, played in Miami.
But
Played in
it's
Miami.
like this is
the
it's like
direction
Mansur
it was
said.
going to.
It's
This
like
is the
Mansur said that. It's like Mansur said. We're not on the side of Tebas or UEFA. We're just saying
Right.
that we already know there's wrong in football. Of course there is. We're not idiots, but at the same time, this Super League is the ultimate wrong. It will kill it for all. We're already on the wrong path. For example, playing the Spanish Super Cup in Saudi Arabia in January in the middle of the season is out of order. But it's one tournament. It's 2 games of a massive season. Yes, it's awful, but it's not completely awful. At least we're still
It's
playing
manageable.
the rest of our games are in Spain. Thank God. In the future, yeah, I agree. They might not be, and that's sad in
you
itself.
guys are
And
not going to watch Barcelona in Camp Nou ever again. And then
Yeah.
you'll remember my
Imagine-
words.
like, imagine you're
I'm
gonna
telling
play
you right
one
now,
game
you're
in
never going to
Camp
watch
Nou.
Barcelona in Camp Nou. You're never going to be able to go there and watch
Barca will
your
play
team play.
one game on Saturday, Camp Nou, midweek Wednesday, Toronto, Sunday,
That can't
Super
happen.
Cup, Saudi Arabia. The players
That's
are
what I
going
mean.
to. I feel bad for the
we
players
can't-
mostly and the coaching staff too. They're going to get burnt out.
No, but look,
they're not going
I
to see
don't
their
think-
families. They're not going to
I
see their
don't think
families.
no.
Exactly.
I think that's just not going to happen like that. I think
It's not gonna be that
the games are
extreme.
going to be diluted. Yeah, I think it's not going to be that extreme. But let me say one thing. People are here saying like, "Oh, Blaugrana Planet is for the European Super League." Look, guys, as I said at
Are
the
they not
beginning,
listening to us?
at the beginning, I said I'm not decided yet. I'm informing myself. I see here a bunch of you are having a strong debate going against it. So I'm trying to play the game a little bit going for it, so we can have a more interesting debate, right? It's, as I said at the beginning of the live stream, and people who have said it, I'm not into it. I'm not in any side yet. Obviously, I'm going to have to jump in one side at some point. But at this moment, I think it's too early to judge. And actually, I would like to change a little bit the topic, because we've had a lot of public opinions, right? We've seen from the president of the UK to Javier Tebas or Florentino Perez, Joan Laporta. We have seen Jurgen Klopp. What do you guys think about all of these opinions? Do you guys think
ask one question?
Yeah.
Can I just ask one question from all of you, because you know this better than me? Because I know the Premier League has reacted very, very severely to this, and there's talks of these clubs being kicked out of the English Premier League. Whether it's going to happen or not is it's a question. How is La Liga reacting to this? I assume very negatively as well.
Also the same.
Yeah.
They're going to keep them in. They don't agree with it, but they're going to keep Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico in the league.
Yeah, so they're not going to kick them out.
They can't afford to. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the sad thing. Perez had this all planned out.
Yeah, Adrian, go on.
There was an information today that there was a judge in Madrid that basically said UEFA cannot ban anybody right now because it's not. It doesn't.
Because it's
illegal.
It's smart.
Yeah. Perez had this all planned out.
And also, what UEFA CEO today. He said that players wouldn't be able to participate in Euros, in World Championship, and in Copa America, but Super League start. But we didn't. Euros, they can still Copa America.
Wait, we're losing your connection, Adrian. Yeah, we lost a bit of your connection. If you mind, can you repeat that so we can get it?
Saying that still play in Copa America and Euros now, but they can't do it later once the Super League starts. So that's basically the thing. And so they can still make money for FIFA and UEFA now.
Yeah, right. So like the Euros is still going to go ahead this summer?
Probably.
Possibly not.
Possibly no. Of course it is going on. I think
they can't afford that.
Yeah,
100%. They can't afford to lose that.
They thought this. No, they're not going to just announce this out of nowhere without a well thought plan. When Papa Perez is saying live on TV, 100% they're playing in the Euros. They're going to play in the Euros.
I mean, it's nonsense to kick people out of the national teams. I think it's a disgraceful reaction that they had. A childish reaction, in my opinion, banning everyone, who banning everyone, when they have known themselves that the big teams were boiling, were preparing, were cooking a Super League. They didn't make a reaction at that point, and now they come up with threats. And to me, the threats mean that they are losing the battle. Right? That's my perspective of it. They should have never. But don't you think threatening people like that, threatening players who have nothing to do with this, is wrong? Don't you think that's wrong? Why not negotiate? Why not sit down and negotiate?
In this situation, threatening is actually making a stance. They have come into this industry. They've benefited. They've got a lot of money from this industry, the people that are owners of these clubs. And now essentially they're trying to make a franchise from this, make a little separate breakaway coalition, and basically trying to take away something that essentially belongs to the UEFA authority, to the FIFA authority, something they've been working on for many years. Whether UEFA makes the right decisions all the time is a question of debate. Whether they tackle things like, problems like VAR or racism and all this correctly, and we agree with them, that's another issue. But they've never ever made decisions that have questioned the integrity of the game, in the sense that they don't try to change the format, they don't try to change the pyramid. And what's going on now, it's a revolutionary change that's going to kill the game, and it's going to murder football.
That's overreaction, man. It's not going to kill the game. Whatever whatever, they can't ban the players because they need the players to bring in the revenue at that tournament. They can't kick out teams because they need those teams in those big tournaments, because Sky can't sell you Leicester City against Sevilla on a Wednesday night. Sky can't sell you Super Sunday Leicester City against Wolves. They can't do that. They need those big teams, and this is their desperation, hoping that the players kind of
They're trying to scare them, essentially.
They want to be divisive. They want to basically pull everyone apart. But the reason why Sky's pushing that agenda is because Sky needs those big teams, and the ex-players and whatnot need those jobs, because they know that at the end of the day on a Wednesday night, if Barcelona is playing Man United, if Inter is playing Chelsea, if Man City is playing Real Madrid, whether you're not there, there's a large fan base outside of England, outside of Catalonia, outside of those cities that love the game. And the game has expanded so much from 1992, when they broke away for the Premier League, when they expanded the Champions League. The game has expanded so much that there are fans all over the world that are going to tune in on whatever platform they have it on, whether it be DAZN, Disney, wherever they have it. They're going to tune in and watch. They're going to watch those big teams.
It needs
to
to change. It needs to adapt. That's the whole point. It's all about adaptation for UEFA, all that sort of stuff.
That's exactly why, and that's exactly why they are threatening to pull people out of the national teams, of the European competitions, of the World Cup, because they cannot afford for any of this to happen. There has to be consequences, and the players must know that they, even though they're not guilty, even though they've probably at the moment have nothing to do with this, they will be punished, and they will not be able to be with that. Well, first of all, in the long run, probably be close to their families, not be able to participate in these competitions. That, playing for the national team is a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a really big deal. But so they're trying to basically,
some players prefer to play for it more than club. Look at Pablo, for example. It's quite good. He rather play for France.
So they're using any tools possible to make this not happen. And I like that about UEFA at the moment. I really like it. Use anything. Relegate teams if necessary, deduct points. And I'm talking this as an Arsenal fan. I don't mind if we get relegated to third division or conference, and I'll wait another 5 to 10 years before we climb up again. But at least UEFA and the Premier League will make a stance on this and say, nobody can ever come here and take over this industry that's been built not just by us, by authorities before us. And before the Premier League has existed, man have built this. Football has been built from working class. Football has been built by people who, what was that thing I saw the other day? Built by the poor, stolen by the rich. That's ignoring. They're ignoring the very purpose. They're ignoring the very soul of the football has been created, and that's what the problem is here. The very purpose is to make money. That's all they care about, is filling their own pockets. They got JP Morgan to agree to loan them money. I know Stan Kroenke has probably helped with that because he's borrowed money from JP Morgan before. They've basically got this other broadcaster that's already agreed to sell them TV get the TV rights. So
I don't think the TV rights are set up yet.
They're not set up. There's one that's set up. There's one that they're saying that is set up.
What's the name of it though?
It starts with a D, I think.
There were rumors that Amazon could be doing this, but finally Amazon has released a statement saying they're not involved. And so I think that DAZN. Okay, DAZN. All right. So actually, let me say one thing is that I think it's a little bit sad for the fans that we are going to be paying for this. Football is a business, right? Football is a sport. Passionate people are into it. Passionate fans, diehard fans, national fans who are they live off Barcelona like it's their lives. But Barcelona, as my channel says, is a planet. It's Blaugrana planet. We're all over the world. Every club is all over the world at this point, and we need to evolve from playing games against teams that are a bit smaller, that are not so attractive. And I'm not saying play every day. But what about once a month, once a month? Because at the end of the day, people are saying...
That's not going to be the case, by the way.
That's not
It's not
the,
gonna be the
All right,
case.
but
I
let
agree
me
with that.
let me
I would
let
want
me
that. That's not going to be the case.
yeah, but let me drop my point. As at the end of the day, I think that teams, clubs need revenue because we're so high up the ladder right now. They have grown so much as empires, business empires, because everything in life, as sad as it is or not, is about money. You know, we live off money. You know, and football is a business. So we have to adapt to the consequences. And at the end of the day, I think replicating the Champions League, but without UEFA, would be a very smart thing to do. A very smart thing to do.
Alex, if they were ever
Replicating
gonna
the Champions League without UEFA in the middle. Just take out the middleman, because UEFA
Okay.
is getting all the money, and those clubs who are the actual generators of this money are not getting what they deserve. And that's
can see why they did
why
it.
the clubs are rebelling. That's the entire point. It's all
The
about the
format,
money,
look-
because UEFA, who people are here protecting UEFA, saying no to the Super League. These are the guys who are not the owners of the business, and they are getting all the money. And they are
FIFA as well,
controlling
don't
who's
forget
getting
about
the
FIFA
money.
too.
They are controlling who's getting the money, and the actual generators of this money are not getting what they deserve.
And they've been
And
doing
that's
it for
my
years.
point. And they've been doing it for years and years and years.
But at least their format is good, though. Their format is good for the
Yeah.
Champions League is good
Okay, but
format.
we are criticizing a format that came out.
Of course
on
it's corrupt.
Sunday night.
That's the big problem. This is the big problem
Right.
as well. It's so immediate. You're not going to give the fans time. They just came out. I don't know where, bombshell, boom, we're doing a Super League. If they maybe teased it, told us, oh, we're going to start it in 2024, something like that, maybe we would have eased up to it. But one of the big reasons why this is exploded because they just out of nowhere, like Saturday morning, no one's talking about this. Sunday night, it was announced.
Yeah.
That's
It was
one of the
because
big things as well, for sure.
They knew that they were going to announce this new 36-team Champions League, and they're not fans of it.
Yeah, because what Papa Parents started to negotiate with the UEFA, saying, "Oh, we need more competition." They're like, "Okay, we'll add 36 team into a league." It's like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
I don't
again,
like the
it's
I
them
don't like the
dropping
new
it on
Champions
a-
League format either.
Dropping it on
No.
us. I've never seen Twitter explode like this in my life. So probably this
Yeah.
message
No.
without leaving. Unbelievable.
I
That's
agree
the-
on this.
Yeah.
I
Just
agree on
dropping
this.
it out of nowhere has caused the fans to explode. Like Petr is now outside the stadium with the fans protesting.
Yep, Stamford
It's
Bridge
just-
right now.
Yeah, it's
Right. So what's going on right now in Stamford Bridge? We have Peter
Stamford
Sets,
Bridge has
they're
gone
protesting. They're sitting outside in the stadium. and
unbelievable protest. Petr Cech, who's like part of a sporting team at Chelsea, has had to come out and try and calm down the fans and say that we're working on it. We're going to try and get out. But there he is. Yeah. But I don't think it worked really, and he had to go back inside eventually because it just got too much.
Right. But at the end of the
an hour
day,
and a half too as well.
it's what we have been speaking about, is that people are getting too crazy, but we don't know exactly how it's gonna be.
Not
I
exactly.
I don't think
No,
it's
you
the
know.
moment.
We know enough. We know more than enough.
We definitely know more than enough. We've been given the
There's still
format.
I
We've
agree
been
with
given
this.
the
Some details missing though, for sure.
No.
In fact-
We know. If Barcelona finish 16th in the Liga next season, we're in the Super League. We know if Barcelona finish with 1 point in the Super League next season, we're in the Super League next season. That should be enough for any football fan who claims they
know
love
more than
this,
enough.
who claims they love the sport to go, this is out of order. This is ridiculous.
We've
Surely.
known enough. We've known enough since the point that they've listed the teams that have joined it.
Yeah.
That tells me everything I need to know.
Right.
Why have they chosen those teams? Based on what merit?
Money.
No, because they agreed together. They actually pushed the initiative. Look,
Who agreed
everything-
together?
I'm sure they agree. Look at the money
They
involved.
agreed. No, but
Yeah.
look.
It's
Listen,
Real
I think
Madrid,
at the end of the
Manchester
day,
United, Arsenal, Liverpool. Those are the 4 teams that really push
Yeah, they
for it.
pushed
The owners.
Their teams.
The owners.
When they go to Barcelona and say, "Oh, 500 million to join the Super League," they're gonna take it. I thought it
Well,
could
yeah.
Inter AC.
What's Laporta going to say? I want to keep Messi at the club and I want to sign Haaland. He's not going to say no to the Super Leagues, So
Yeah.
and that's the same with everyone.
I don't even
People
think it's Laporte. Is it really Laporte who has signed this? Bartomeu might
Bartomeu
have
agreed
signed
to
it
it back in
because
2020 before he resigned. But again, the question is still Laporta's decision, and he said yes the other day.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure when they
Bartomeu
signed
said
this.
yes
But
back in 2020 when they first gave it to him, and they're low key doing it. But
Yeah.
now they had to ask Barcelona again because of the new president, and Laporta did
Right,
give his yes.
right.
Over the
Of course,
weekend,
Laporta has taken the final decision now that he's the president. But also,
Exactly.
I've heard rumors. I'm not sure if it's clear information, but he's most probably gonna ask the socios, the club members, if Barcelona should actually become a
I was about to ask you that too,
league
because there's
founder.
rumors coming out now that like there's like a group in Barcelona that are putting out the statement. I don't know if you know more about it because you're local. Talk about how they want to have an assembly and make a vote, and they need like 3% signature, something like that, to push it toward Laporta. You know anything about that?
So many things are going on right now. I still haven't checked that out, but probably if I open Twitter. But actually, let me speak about one thing, because I have a tweet here from Mohamed Bouhafasi. I don't really know who he is, but he's saying that UEFA is preparing a counterattack in the Super League for the Super League, right? So UEFA is working with English Investment Fund to come up with the new.
I saw that. They're trying to basically do the whole Super League now.
They will call it Ultra League.
Right, so they're trying to increase the prices, I guess. I assume. Let's see if I can share my screen. And well, it's basically a tweet saying that UEFA is preparing a counterattack with more money, probably increasing the prices or paying the clubs that are going to stay. Yeah, go on, Adrian.
Yeah, because I'm a big Laporta supporter. I'm a socio of Barcelona, and I voted for him in the last elections. If the socios are not gonna be asked about, that's
say again. You don't like you want the socios to be asked.
Yes, of course, and I think it's a disgrace if we were supposed to join the Super League without asking the socios, because you asked them before. Even Bartomeu asked them about the crest, the look of the crest of FC Barcelona, or the Spy Barça, which were important projects. But this is way more important than a crest, which is basically a logo, right? It's not that important, and we did the referendum, and now. Without even the General Assembly?
I think they are going to ask the socios. They're probably going to ask the socios. I think they will.
I don't think they are.
I think they will, because as Adrian said, such a big decision should be reached in a consensus with the socios, who are the real owners of the club.
Exactly.
Different other clubs,
right? They have to have
no, they own the entire club, man. I mean, for example, other teams like Arsenal. I don't know if it's a company or it's owned by one person, right?
Yeah. It's owned by Stan Kroenke. He's got all 100% of the shares.
Right. That's actually like he's gonna decide whether they're in or not.
You just have to
we're gonna see. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we've passed 1 hour. We said it, man. It's been thrilling. It's been amazing. To be fair, it's been an amazing debate. It's been quite short. I'm looking forward for a second edition. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
for sure.
I've got a lot more to say.
Right.
There's so much to say.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward for a second edition because it's been thrilling. I think 1 hour cuts is gonna be it's gonna be nice, for the user who's not watching it live, but he's gonna watch it later. More than 1 hour is gonna be too much, I think. And I think we have said enough for now. A lot of things are happening as we speak. We've seen it, Barca Boy, with the Chelsea stuff. Pablo also unveiled it. Laporta maybe speaking tonight. Who knows? Apparently he's not, but
he's not yet.
Who knows? Maybe he's going to speak, or somebody else is going to speak, somebody related to the European Super League, some vice president or chairman.
We will see. I think.
Yeah, actually, Florentino Perez is on the radio show tonight, on a Spanish radio show. So he's going to be dropping way more facts about the European Super League. We're going to get to know more. People in the live stream, remember to smash the like button and let me know, guys, if you're for or against the European Super League. I'm looking forward to your opinions, guys. You have been sharing your opinions throughout the whole debate. It's been amazing. We've seen all sorts of opinions, all sorts of people supporting a lot of you guys, Adrian, Tyrell, Hafed, Pablo, Mansur, a lot of supporters for your opinions as well. Not so many for my opinions, apparently not. So I've been a bit controversial, but that's what the debate is all about, right? Otherwise, it would have been kind of poor. Anyways, I think some of the things I said, obviously, it's my opinion, right?
Comments are very mixed as well. A lot of
most of it. So, guys, I'd like to thank you all for joining me today, man. Especially, it's been 1 hour. It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. I really enjoyed it. To be fair, I hope you guys did as well. And yeah, so looking forward for the second edition.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So
Thanks for
thank you
watching.
so much. Yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you to all of our special guests. I'll be closing the live stream now, and just leave a message for all the people watching right now. Thank you so much for joining the debate here in Blaugrana Planet. We're gonna be having way more debates. I'm looking forward for more. I don't know how many editions. I really don't know how many days, weeks, years this is gonna go on for, but certainly things are happening, things are changing, maybe for the good or for the bad. I leave that up to you guys. We're here for to debate, to have different opinions. I think that's a healthy way of seeing the situation we're in, right? So guys, remember to smash the like button, important, and subscribe, guys. Subscribe and leave a thumbs up and smash the notifications bell, important, so you get notified as soon we start the next edition. And now, and as I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next live stream, my people. All the best.